Good afternoon. Welcome to our back activities today. Before we start, may we ask Engineer Clyde Israel for the opening prayer. Thank you, Sir Clyde. To proceed with our back activity, may we ask one of the back secretariats from RJ Abreu for the one for the attendance. Good afternoon. Roll call of attendance for today's February conference, July 28, 2020. Present here with us are back Vice Chairman, Engineer Adelaida Lacson, back members, Engineer Maria Lucia Andones, Engineer Clyde M. Estrella, Engineer Ramil A. Balisnomo, Head Back Secretariat, Engineer Lorbet Ann Piazza Garcia, Back PWD, Engineer John Duala Napigo, Engineer Angelito Ortizo Jr., Back Secretariat, Engineer Aniceto Andrade III, Ma'am Maribel Ligorio, Ma'am Jennifer Teguas, Ma'am J.A.W., yours truly, representative from PDS, Engineer Mike Yesrel Leonen, and Back Secretariat, Raven Q. Marquez, Camille Nana, Freddy Dominic Bersamira, and Michael Brian Guerrero. We have no representative from the COA and the NGOs, and Madam Back Vice Chairman, we have a
Good afternoon. Since we have a quorum, I now call to order the pre-bid conference.
This pre-bid conference shall discuss, clarify, and explain the different aspects of the projects of the procuring entity with the prospective bidders. Shall be held at least 12 calendar days before the deadline for bid submission, but not earlier than 7 calendar days from the advertisement/posting of bid opportunity. Supplemental/bid bulletin is issued by the bank to answer requests for clarification or queries submitted 10 calendar days before deadline or interpretation, and upon banks initiate to clarify or modify any provisions of the bidding documents, at least 7 calendar days before deadline for bids. Shall be posted in the fieldnets and the procuring entity's website and at any conspicuous place within the premises of the procuring entity. And bidders who have submitted bids before the issuance of supplemental such bid bulletin must be informed in writing and allowed to modify or withdraw their respective bids. To discuss the projects, may we ask Engineer Mike Leonen for discussing the two infrastructure projects.
For today's private conference, we have here first project is the Basic Infrastructure Program BIP Construction of Multi-Purpose Building Phase 1, Barangay 4, City of San Fernando, Laguna. For the project information, we have here the following. For the location is at City of San Fernando, Laguna, with an appropriation of 50 million pesos and an ABC of 49,500,000 pesos, with the project duration of 324 calendar days, and the target of the one is the construction of building 1, and the next is the construction of sewerage treatment plant. For the preparation of the program, we have here the following references. We have here the CMPD for the first quarter of year 2025 ASEL rates, and the computation of estimated project duration, canvas price of materials, hauling cost of materials, updated labor cost as of July 2025, location maps, and the cost estimation manuals, and DGCS. For the program of works, we have here the following. For the Part D, other general requirements, project billboards, occupational safety and health. And next is the earthwork, structure excavation, common soil, embankment from roadway, structure excavation, embankment from borough, common soil, and gravel field. For the next part is the reinforced concrete, structural concrete 3000 PSI class A 28 days, structural concrete class A 14 days, reinforcing steel deformed grade 40, reinforcing steel deformed grade 60, formworks and false works. Next part is the finishing and other civil works. We have here the plumbing works, fabricated metal roofing accessories, gauge 24 gutters, pre-painted metal sheets, rib type long span about 0.427 mm thickness, painting works, steel, reflective insulation, structural steel. Next part is the electrical works for the conduits, boxes, and fittings, conduit works, conduit roughing. Next is the wires and wiring devices. And last but not the least, we have here the mechanical for the water pumping system and the automatic fire sprinkler system. And also stated here is the quantity of the following items of work. For the scope of works, for the building 1, we have here the earthworks, excavation and embankment, 2 foundation works, 3 is for the columns, beams, slab, and roof trusses and other structural roofing systems. 7 is the roofing sheets, roofing isolation, and fire protection. For the sewerage treatment plant, we have here the earthworks, structural works including these from existing water treatment facilities at Lions Park, overhead water tank. Costings were placed from the dupe of the civil engineering, electrical and plumbing works, and the pumps and other structures. This is the project perspective for the building 1 that will be constructed. And that's it for the first project. Thank you.
We acknowledge the remembrance of our observers, Engineer Karen Bravo from MY Buildings and Construction. Are there any questions for this project? The major category of work for this project is under Big Walk LC buildings, low structures with low stories and concrete frame. For the next project, 25A0079, Vapor Rehabilitation of Terrestrial of National Roads, Manila North Road, kilometer 267 plus 075 to kilometer 267 plus 710, to be discussed by Engineer Mike Leon.
For the next project that will be discussed for this private conference is the repair rehabilitation of drainage along National Roads, Manila North Road, kilometer 267 plus 075 to kilometer 267 plus 710. For the project information, we have here the location, Sevilla, San Fernando City, La Union, with an appropriation of 27,096,300 pesos and an APC of 26,412,050 pesos. Project duration is at 262 calendar days, and the following target: 500 linear meter of 0.8 by 1.5 meters box culvert, 102 linear meter 1.2 diameter HDPE, and the provision of steel grating within station kilometer 267 plus 075 to kilometer 267 plus 710. For the references of the preparation of program of works is the same as the previous one. For the items listed on the programs of works, we have here the Part D and other general requirements, project billboard, occupational safety and health program, traffic management, and mobilization, demobilization. Part C is earthwork, removal of structure and obstruction, structural excavation, common soil, gravel fill, shoring, framing, and related works. For the trimming and coffer damming, subgrade preparation for the common material. Next part is the Part D, sub-base and base course, aggregate sub-base course. Part E, surface course, Portland cement, concrete pavement, unreinforced, 0.2 meter thick. And Part F is the bridge construction, reinforcing steel, grade 40, structural concrete class A, 20.68 megapascal, 7 days. Structural concrete class A, 20.68 megapascal, 14 days. And lastly is the Part G, drainage and slope protection structures for the metal framings and gratings type. And materials details for the HDPE or the high density polyethylene pipe. And the following also listed are the quantity for the items. Here is the plan for the project. As we can see on the map, we have here the legend for yung mga mako-construct. So, yung red na part po doon dito sa may linya is yun yung magagawa ng box culvert, and then yung sa may yellow po na part is yung lalagyan ng HDPE po natin. And then lastly is yung sa may steel grading, yun yung for maintenance lang siya, so malalagyan yung mga existing na mga manhole, so in replacement po siya doon, malalagyan siya ng steel grading. So, starting po siya dito sa may TESDA po na part, papunta po siya dito sa may before nung Robinson, sa may Lawin na yung Lawin glass. And then, after po noon is magkakaroon siya ng cross drain na HDPE, papunta po dun sa kapila na side. And then, pababa po, next po is yung sa may box culvert niya. And then after po nun, sa mismong tapat lang ng Robinson, yung sa may store po doon, yung dalawa na daan, yung isa papunta sa PNR, and then yung isa sa may barangay road lang. So yung papasukan po ng project po is yung sa may barangay road lang siya, which is yung sa may yellow na po. So yung part po na yun, concerning lang po kasi yun na po yung access po ng mga residents po doon. So kailangan na mapabilis din yung trabaho po doon. Kaya nagamitan din ng HDPE po doon. So for faster na construction lang. And then yung next is after nung malalagyan ng HDPE pipe, in continuation, papunta na siya dun sa may labasan na ng drainage natin, is yung sa may matutuluyan ng 0.8 meters by 1.5 meters na box culvert. Palabas na po siya doon sa may existing na kanal po doon sa may farm area na po. Yun lang po. Saan part po sa? Yung ito po. Hindi po sir. Bale, yung pinakamababa po na part po doon is yung sa may yung exit point niya na po. Which is yung dito na po. Bali may existing po kasi na canal po dito. Galing din po siya ng Robinson na Park. Pero may mga nakakonect po na box culvert dito. So kabilaan po siya dito. Tapos meron po dito. Then meron din po yung galing po sa south. Dalawa din po yun. Papunta po siya dito. Ngayon, ang nangyayari po, parang choke point na po kasi dito. Malik na yung culvert na po doon. So, in proposal, magdadagdag po. Ito po yung sa may project din.
Yung pinaka-option na sa Catholic Bridge.
Opo, connected po siya.
So, dahil kasi yung kagaya ng Alex na sa bypass, crossing, yung mobil sa bypass. Dapat sinuha siya ng yung output bago so yun ang construction ng line output.
Yes, sir.
The major category of work assigned is under FCN, flood control, drainage, open and closed conduit. Are there any other questions from our observer? From the members of the back? PWD. The other documentary requirements to be discussed by Ms. William Martin.
Good afternoon. For the documents to be submitted by the bidders, bid submission may be done manually or electronically. However, bidders should always select one mode of submission, either manual or electronic. Similar to manual submission, the guidelines for the preparation and submission of an electronic bid are contained in BDS ITB Clause 21 and DO number 87, series of 2020. All electronic bids must be sent to the email address electronicbids underscore launion1 at dpwh.gov.ph. Each bidder shall submit one original copy of the first and second components of its bid. The submission of bids through online submission to the given website or any other electronic means, the bidder shall submit an electronic copy of its bid, which must be digitally signed. An electronic copy that cannot be opened or is corrupted shall be considered non-responsive and thus automatically disqualified. For the checklist of technical and financial documents, for technical proposal Class A legal documents, here are the following: valid field registration certificate in accordance with Section 8.5.2 of the IRR. For technical documents, statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid, and statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract SLCC, similar to the contract to be bid except under conditions provided under the rules, and special vehicle license in case of joint ventures, and registration for the type and cost of the contract to be bid. For the original copy of bid security, if in the form of a surety bond, submit also a certification issued by the Insurance Commission or original copy of notary's bid securing declaration. For bid validity period and bid security validity period, 120 calendar days from the date of submission of bids. For project requirements, which shall include the following: organizational chart for the contract to be bid, list of contractors' key personnel, list of contractors' major equipment units, which are owned, leased, and or under purchase agreements, supported by the proof of ownership or certification of the availability of equipment from the equipment lessor or vendor for the duration of the project, as the case may be, and original duly signed omnibus sworn statement, and if applicable, original notarized secretary's certificate in case of corporation, partnership, or cooperative. or regional special power of attorney of all members of the joint venture, giving full power and authority to its officer to decide the OSS and DUACs to represent the bidder. For the financial document, the prospective bidder's computation of net financial contracting capacity NFCC, and for financial proposal, original duly signed and accomplished financial bid form, and other documentary requirements, original duly signed bid prices in the bill of quantities, and duly accomplished detailed estimates form including a summary sheet indicating cash flow requirement. For the criteria and procedure of detailed evaluation of bids, post-qualification and award, the financial component of the bids of each past bidder shall be evaluated using non-discretionary criteria, including arithmetical corrections for the computational errors, and thus determine the correct total calculated bid prices. The bank shall automatically disqualify any total calculated bid price which exceeds the ABC. The following factors are to be considered in the evaluation of bid prices. For bid evaluation, completeness, no price in a required item equals non-complying, indicating a zero or a dash is equal to bid to the government of the Philippines. All prices are deemed to include all taxes. Bids not addressing or providing of all the required items in the bidding documents, including applicable BOQ, shall be considered non-responsive. For post-qualification, if the ABC if above ABC non-complying for verification of legal requirements, for their licenses, certificates, permits, non-inclusion in the blacklist. For technical requirements, SLCC, similar to the contract. For key personnel, availability and commitment of major equipment requirements. Qualification of bidders with delayed ongoing contracts with the DPWH. For the financial requirements, audited financial statement, especially current assets and liabilities, up-to-date value of all outstanding or uncompleted works under ongoing awarded contracts, and updated NFCC versus ABC. That's all. Thank you.
In addition to implementation of ISO 9001:2015, certification requirement for large A, medium B, and medium A contractors in the procurement of infrastructure projects of the department. Effective July 1, 2025, we will be including ISO certification for medium B contractors. And last, January 1, 2025, it was already effective for large A contractors. For other documentary requirements under the quality and assurance section, will be discussed by Engineer Ryan Sapigo.
For quality assurance requirements, first, the accreditation of the contractor's materials engineer assigned to the project should be valid during the whole project duration. Second, the contractor's materials engineer should prepare and submit the quality control program or the QCP to this office once they are issued with notes to commence for the NTP, and this is to be reviewed and checked by the DPWH materials engineer. And all construction materials with minimum test requirements that are to be used in the project should be subject to testing or to be issued with engineer's certificate or whichever is specified based on Volume 2 and Department Order 49 Series of 2021 and the Volume 3 of our department's Blue Book. Thank you.
Thank you, Engineer Ryan. For our next back activities, dated August 1, 2025, private conference for 25AE0070, Basic Infrastructure Program BIP Construction of Multipurpose Facilities, including site development, San Fernando, La Union, with advertisement, followed by August 5, 25 CSAE01, Consultancy Services for the conduct of geotechnical investigation for various projects in First District of La Union. To be followed by August 11, the bid opening of these contracts we have discussed, 24AE0112 and 25AE0079. And August 13, the bid opening of 25AE0070. There will also be an opening for the request for quotation for PD 2025-0055, supply and delivery of furniture and pictures for use at DPWH Law and First District Engineering Office in San Fernando City, at 10 a.m. So, are there other questions from the back?